Hi, my name is Chelsea Riley, and today I will be talking to y'all about Listeria monocytogene, also known as Listeria. It's in the phylum Firmicutes. It's a bacterium. It's mainly found in soil and in poultry and cows. It's also found in water, and it can live in food processing plants. It is a pretty serious bacterium. Uh, It gets in whenever you consume food and it will absorb into your GI tract. And it's hard for the CDC to control the outbreak simply because it has such a long incubation period of 3 to 70 days. It can live in really salty environments and it can also grow in really cold temperatures like your refrigerator. I know y'all all remember Bluebell getting shut down for about a year because of their Listeria outbreak. They ended up getting 10 people sick. They killed 3 people. It's about a 13% mortality rate. And they ended up having to shut 4 of their food processing plants down because it harbored Listeria. Um, some of the really vulnerable people would be like pregnant women, the elderly, children, people with like a weakened immune system like HIV, also people with diabetes. These symptoms are you can get a really stiff neck. Oftentimes, you'll get a really high fever. Vomiting is common. Diarrhea is also really prevalent. So is weakness and confusion. It's really a bad sickness because you'll end up being sick from days to weeks. And once you go to the doctor, he'll give you antibiotics. There's really 2 main ones. It's ampicillin and gentamicin that are the most common ones. But you're going to be laid up for a while. Once you get better, there's really not that many long-term effects. However, a small amount of people really get them, and you can get reactive arthritis is one of the most prevalent ones. And reactive arthritis is just like normal arthritis, but you actually get it from a genital, or in this case, a bowel infection. That can last months to even years. So that can be really painful. You can also go into kidney failure, and you can have seizures, which can end up giving you brain damage. And obviously, the worst effect of all would be death. You can die. It does have a 13% mortality rate. There are certain foods that you should be very cautious when eating. Um, Raw milk is obviously one of the biggest ones. Also, cheeses that are made with unpasteurized milk. Like queso fresca, brie, feta. Also, smoked seafood like smoked salmon that's already cooked. You can just put it in the fridge. Also, eating hot dogs without warming them up can also give you listeria. And whenever you're in your refrigerator, you want to keep your cooked foods separate from your raw foods. There are several really effective ways to help prevent listeria because prevention is always the best medicine. Whenever you're preparing uncooked foods, you always want to wash your hands, your knife, your cutting board, your countertops after preparation. If you're using raw vegetables or fruits, especially if you're going to eat them raw, you want to be sure and rinse them really well before you start to prepare them. If you're cooking meat, I know a lot of people like really rare steaks, but you want to make sure it reaches a safe internal temperature. And also, like ready to go foods like lunch meats and salamis, pepperonis, pates, meat spreads. You want to eat those as soon as possible. You don't really want to leave those in your fridge to sit because listeria can grow quite efficiently in the refrigerator. So, thank you guys for listening. If you had any further questions or just wanted to dig a little deeper, you can log on to foodsafety.gov. They have a wealth of information about how to store your food properly, about to handle it properly, about how to cook it efficiently. Basically, all the things you need to know about preventing foodborne illnesses are on that website. Thanks.